It says 0. Live video should start soon, it says. Stand by.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the live stream of DieNasty, the live improvised soap opera coming to you from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Here's the cast of DieNasty in the squares. In a minute, we're going to launch a special episode for our live stream. Before we do that, Delia Barnett, aka Daisy Darling, has something important to say.
We just want to acknowledge that this show is taking place on Treaty 6 territory, where so many Indigenous people and Métis people have lived, laughed, loved, and improvised for years. Thank you.
Thank you, Delia. Now, we hope we have some new viewers / listeners, and for those people, we wanted to tell you that DieNasty, the live improvised soap opera, has been going for 29 years. So since some of these people were -4 years old, and every year the season has a different setting and theme. It's been set in Viking times, in Rome, in space. There was a Tennessee Williams season, there was Game of Thrones, there was The Godfather, and the idea is this is a soap opera, so it's full of hijinks and also romance and kissing and some murders, and that it's all improvised. This season, as you may have guessed from the costumes of the actors, is set in vaudeville times. That's Tom Edwards who just kissed you. That's what happens if you come to our live show. Tom Edwards will kiss you. It's a very popular feature of the program. We were doing our vaudeville season until, can't remember what the thing was that interfered. And we gathered online to record what we thought was a radio show. But Paul Morgan Donald, who's holding the guitar and puts all this together, had the brilliant realization that if you put out video, you can see the actors reacting to each other, and it's really entertaining to watch. So, if you are new, we welcome you. And if you are not new, we welcome you. This is a special standalone episode. If you've been watching our regular season, this is a bit of a diversion from the regular plot, but kind of a sample platter of what DieNasty's all about. Does anybody have a comment before we begin the episode? Just a welcome and a wave and a shrug and a cane. In that case, Brad Three Arms Fisher will hit our theme song, and I'll start the announcements at the top, and we'll meet our actors and characters, and the music will all be provided by Paul Morgan Donald, who I'm pointing at the wrong way. There he is. And so we'll start right away. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoy. We plan to. The year is 1920. The place is New York City. Think about that. New York in 1920. Prohibition was happening. The bars were closed. There had been Spanish flu, so there was quarantine around. And the markets were due for a gigantic crash. What a weird time. Who could relate to that? Take a leap of imagination with us to 1920. The good news is we're spending our time in the most joyful place in New York, the Ferguson Theatre, home of vaudeville. Our vaudevillians chase their dreams of fame and glory, or dreams of making a living at showbiz, or dreams of cleaning up this bunch of crap on the stage and going to the party before everyone leaves. Tonight, in a special one-off live stream episode, our vibrant vaudevillians throw a benefit show for their beloved Ferguson Theatre, which is half burned down. Will this fundraiser succeed gloriously? Will it do okay, glass half foolishly? Or will it, God forbid, will the Ferguson
DieNasty!
Let's meet our characters, starting with some vaudeville zing. Our first player is a snazzy bindle of zip zap zoom, lovable fast-talking scamp, and also person who burned down half the Ferguson. Shannon Blanchett is Flutie Scamp Zingus.
They say say there ain't nothing worse than being an unpaid child laborer in the theater in the 1920s. And to that I say, try being sent to sabotage a theater in New York only to discover you love everybody that's there.
Ooh, indeed. Now let's meet the silent movie director, dashing actor, and radio star. Mark Meir is the legendary Lou Tellegen.
Some consider me to be a shallow narcissist. Others have not met me and so have no opinion.
What an apt description of that character. Lou Tellegen has an equally glamorous wife, the movie and opera star who's been slumming it on vaudeville. Belinda Cornish is Geraldine Farrar.
I pressed pause on my incredibly lucrative film career and left sunny Los Angeles to join my husband Lou in rainy New York as he pursued his frankly bizarre new venture in vaudeville. And I did this because I love him. I love and respect him. He is my husband and I love him and respect him. And if this doesn't work out, I will murder him.
As per her wedding vows. Our next character is a capable stage manager. She recently got married, and since then, she has been kissing everyone. Christy Hansen is Bobby Smarts.
Give me a kiss to build a dream on, a theater to build a life on, and the bottle for fun.
He was a war hero. He was a wing walker. Now he's a vaudeville star and matinee idol. Tom Edwards is Riff Van Winkle.
I'm in love with the stage manager, Bobby Smarts, and I thought I was married to her. But lately she's been pulling away. Lately she's been looking at other guys and girls. I'm thinking of taking her on a flight up to the sky at night, under the moon, where we can both parachute down while I sing a lovely song to her. What could go wrong?
We may find out in a scene later in this episode. She was the toast of Paris, the queen of burlesque. Delia Barnett is Daisy Darling.
Oh, my story's not that undifferent to every other girl in America whose parents were both clowns and mimes, and now I'm the toast of New York, and toast always lands on its face.
Yes, this episode is partly about learning. Toast always lands on its face. Daisy has a friend, a former showbiz partner, the singer, dancer, actor. Stephanie Wolf is Juniper Jones.
Here I sit in my half-burnt-out dressing room at the Ferguson Theatre, getting ready for the world's biggest and brightest fundraiser. I will see this theater rise from the ashes. I love this theater, and I love everybody in it. And by gum or by golly, she will rise again.
In the 20s, that was considered swearing. He's an impresario, radio star, man about town. So much enthusiasm and confidence, so little ability to deliver. Matt Alden plays Jack Potts.
You know, I came here to New York with a dream, and my parents said I would never make it in New York. They also said I would never make it to New York. But after 38 bus trips and an awkward train ride and a short amount of time on a boat, I don't know where I was, I've made it! And now I'm going to do magic, I think. I have no talent.
You know what they say about New York? If you can make it to there, you can make it to anywhere. Finally, the man who's trying to hold it all together. If this doesn't work out, the Ferguson is doomed, and so is he. Also, he's a bit heartsick. Maybe we'll find out why. The manager of the half-burned-down Ferguson Theatre, Jason Hardwick, is Keaton Abbott.
So you come to New York, and you get yourself a theater. And it's the best vaudeville theater that ever was. Then Things go a little south, you might burn it down a little bit, and you might try and run away. But there's one thing that's for sure. You take a glance back at that theater, and you realize you can never leave, because you love it. You love it more than anything else in the world, and you would die for that theater.
I think we all hope he doesn't have to. As we begin tonight's episode titled Friends with Benefit. The big fundraiser is 2 hours away, and everyone has their own concerns and responsibilities and rituals. Keaton Abbott, who would die for his theater, is freaking out. Tonight doesn't go well. His career, his dream is over. He paces back and forth in his tiny office. Look how tiny it is. It's this big. His co-worker, confidant, and possible true love, Bobby Smarts, tries to calm him down.
Oh, yeah.
Keaton!
What? Bobby, what? Bobby, what?
You gotta stop pacing around! Ugh! We gotta get this fundraiser together. I've been working all night trying to get a set together, trying to get some patrons out there, and I need you. I need you like I needed you before, and I need you more than I ever have.
Oh, gosh, Bobby. Oh, you know that you can always count on me for anything, but right now I'm so in my head about this fundraiser. If this doesn't get pulled off, the Ferguson Theater is gonna be nothing. It's gonna be less than nothing. We're gonna have to tear the whole thing down. Do you know that? We can't rebuild. We're gonna have to tear it down and sell it for scrap. That's what's on the line here, Bobby. I live in this theater. It is my home. And I know all of you would do anything for the theater. But I'm freaking out, because if this doesn't work, everything I've worked for is gone.
Everything you've worked for. What about me? Don't you see, Keaton? We're all in this together. Please, don't lose hope. Please, don't lose hope.
I'll find some hope. I'll find some hope. I'll find some hope. I'll find some hope. I'll find some hope. I'll find some hope.
Remember what we did all those years ago. We can do it again. We can rebuild from the bottom up. Just let's not have another disaster.
No, never again. Never again.
Well, I'm pulling for those crazy kids. Geraldine Farrar and Lou Tellegen have a long day at the theater ahead, and then afterwards everyone's going to go for burgers or something. So they're going to be away from home for 12 hours. They're taking their 15 tiny dogs and other pets for a walk in Central Park. I would love it if they said the dogs' names as much as possible, but it's not required.
Richmond, Benton, Deer Park, Tea Leaf. Stop it. Tea Leaf. Will you get off Susan? Get off Susan. No, leave Susan. Susan, come here. Susan, come here. Susan, come. Susan, leave that squirrel. Okay, bring the squirrel. All right. Darling,
My darling.
Oh God.
I am afraid.
Sebastian, come down from there.
My darling.
Yeah. Oh, now look. Victorious is shouting now. He's all upset. And Alice
darling.
is actually barking.
My darling.
Oh, Christ almighty. This is just going to turn into a bloodbath. I'm not kidding.
My darling,
Mhm.
potato and potato are fighting again.
Potato doesn't have any teeth. So potato can't do much damage at least. Potato, get off potato. And just, will you leave doorknob alone? Just, honey, can you go over there and get Fedora?
I would like to, my darling, but I am afraid that Susan has defecated on the floor.
Oh God. Well, Susan has bowel problems. We know that. Susan ate a chicken bone this morning, and you know what that does to her.
But I thought it was Doorknob that had the gastrointestinal issues.
Doorknob also has gastrointestinal issues, but they only arise when he eats bread. Susan has the problem with the chicken. Doorknob has the problem with the bread. And don't get me started on Felicity.
Well,
yes.
At least Thor, Odin, and Loki are behaving themselves.
Well, for once, though they're bound to get into some trouble any minute. Thor, come back here. Come, will you just, honey.
My darling, we are going to be tardy for the big benefit at the Ferguson.
Just hang on a second, just 1 second. Okay, look, now that should sort things out. Listen, yeah, no, she's just growling now. Sweetheart, we have to get back to the theater. This is no good.
Yes, this is what I am saying. I am afraid that perhaps we must not give our canines the amount of attention they are used to on this particular day.
Sweetheart, I really love your practicality, and it is a welcome at this moment. May I remind you that you are the one who introduced these 15 adorable dogs into our lives. You gave me a gift of one for every year you've known and loved me, and I appreciate that very much. They are just impacting very slightly on our preparation today. Not that I mind one tiny bit.
But darling, don't you see, I must give you a new dog every year to show you that my love for you grows with the passing of time. Just the pack of animals we have in our house increases in size. And we really must get back home. We do have 18 cats to deal with.
Oh God. Yes, darling. Yes, we do. And I love you every bit as much as every tiny droplet of their litter that I have to clean daily.
Oh, and let us not forget the 37 hamsters.
I love you, Lou, and I remind myself of that every single day.
That's right, for Lou Tellegen. The 1-year anniversary is the dog anniversary. 2-year anniversary, dog. 3 through 15, dog. And yes, they do have puppies named Victorious and Doorknob. For his segment of the show, Jack Potts is planning, as promised, to do some magic and hypnotism. He has never tried these things before, so he's trying out his act on Pluty Scamp Zingus.
All right, Pluty. Are you ready?
Ready as I've ever been. Now, you say you're just gonna, if I'm in this box and you got that saw there, and then what are you gonna do with those cards?
Oh, it's many tricks at once. See, I don't have a lot of time to learn. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to incorporate many different kinds of magic tricks into one big, very short act. So I'm sawing you in half, but I'm going to hypnotize you to think that you're actually a board at the same time being sawed in half. And I'm going to get you to pick a card.
All right. Well, I'm going to turn this over to you because you seem to know kind of what you're aiming at.
Well, just... You've laid down. You're relaxed right now, right?
But not stiff like a board, just like a feather.
Oh, no, that's fine. We're going to get the hypnotism part going now. All right, I want you to count backwards from 10 for me. Go ahead.
10, 4, 12.
Yeah.
77.
Wow, you're a better counter than me. Keep going.
42.
You're getting sleepy. Very sleepy. And as you get sleepy, you're going to find that you're stiffer now. not so entertained. In fact, you don't know what to do with yourself. You might say you're bored. That's right, stiff as a board as bored can be. What do you have to do today? You pull out a jigsaw puzzle. You start trying to do it. Wow, you're bored. You get the edges and the corners. Oh, still bored. You lay down. You get stiffer. And suddenly, all right, this is the part where I get the saw, but I also need you to pick a card.
I'm pining for the card in the middle.
All right, perfect. I want you to tell me what this card is. I won't look at it. Tell me what it is.
It's the 2 of clubs.
Correct.
I
And now
win.
I will chop you in half. All right, hold on. I just need the. Yeah, there we are. There's the knife. There's the sword. All right, here we are. You're
12,
doing really great.
11. Keaton. How was that, Keaton?
Wait. Stop for a sec. Wait. Are you about to say something very secretive under hypnotism? As a hypnotist, I shouldn't hear this, but as a gossip, I really want to hear this.
Keaton, I was sent from Los Angeles to shut down the theater so movies could thrive. I was sent by the star and your ex-wife, present wife,
That's a lot of
lover,
information for me to take on.
Kitty LaRue sent me.
Kitty LaRue?
I was sent by Kitty LaRue.
This isn't fun anymore. I don't want to know this. You will not remember that I hypnotized you. And when you wake up, you will hypnotize me, so I don't remember this either.
Oh, Jack, you got that look on your face when I've said something I ought not to have said. Job done.
If I know one thing about Daisy Darling and Juniper Jones, it's that they are show people. They are practicing an amazing act. All I know is it takes place on a high wire, high above a stage, over top of a safety net. I don't know anything else except that it's amazing and they're practicing it right now.
Okay, so I think we should try it again from the top. We almost nailed it last time, except for when you fell off. But good thing we had a net. You know, the lady who catches us.
I'm so glad that we have a net. If it wasn't for a net, it would just be a disaster. Okay.
Exactly.
All right. Are you ready?
Let's do it. Yeah, okay. Wait a sec. I just got to make sure that I got my safety sandals on.
Okay, I'm just gonna make sure that my feet are really dry this time. I feel like because they were sweaty, they were all tippy.
Okay, well, I'm going to go out to the middle, and I want you to kind of come and see if you can get in behind me. Oh, look, we're heading towards each other, I think. Okay. Oh, here. Can you reach my hand?
Maybe.
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
Okay. I'll reach you out here. There we go. I gotcha.
Oh, okay.
Okay, we're holding. All right, so now what we need to do is try the big spin.
The big spin. Okay, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Oh!
It's okay. I got it.
We're making progress.
They are making progress, and we're going to see how it pays off in just a few minutes. But the actors have now received their call, and the show begins, starting with a stirring opening number from Rip Van Winkle. The good news is, Rip Van Winkle has hired talented pianist Donald Morgan Paul to accompany him on this song. The bad news is, Donald is so drunk. He plays the happy parts sad and the sad parts happy. Riff tries to struggle through with his inspirational song.
We're having a fundraiser, folks. And we really need your money, and we really need your generosity. And that's what this song's all about. Generosity and love. La 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 la. Up high I go. I do it all for you. I do it all for everyone. I feel happy, so happy, and then I'm kind of sad when I'm not so happy. I know that you're down there, down there, down there, down. You've gotta be generous. Marching towards generous. Give us your money. It'll go to a great cause. There's people dancing up here singing for you. They're on the trapeze, they're doing things I know. Oh, there's lots of love in this theater community. Maybe.
Inspirational words. There's lots of love in this theater community. Maybe. Pluty Scamzingus did not hypnotize jackpots. He knows the secret and runs to find Keaton Abbott backstage watching the show. Jackpots tries to remember what the secret is and tell Keaton. Keaton does not want to hear it right now. There's a show going on.
King.
Hey, Jack, no, I don't want to hear it right now. There's a show going
No.
on.
I know I come here often and I have really bad ideas, or I interrupt your day, or I bring in a sick camel, and that shouldn't have happened 3 times. 3 times is a lot of times for sick camels. All different camels. I don't want to get back into it. I've got something else that's just happened, and it's a lot. It's a lot to take in. It's a lot to remember. It's a lot to then say back to someone else, using what you've learned and what you remember to make sure that it makes sense to the person you explain it to. Do you know what I'm saying?
Well, not a little bit, but look, tell me this. Is everybody in our show okay? Are all of the acts gonna be okay?
Well, what does okay mean? Does okay mean the act is okay? Does okay mean they're physically healthy? Or does okay mean that they are a person that you can trust? Because all of those are 3 different okays, and I'm not okay with that.
Yeah, my rule is if you're missing a limb and you're throwing up, then you can't go on. Anything else, get on that stage.
Well, what if it's betrayal? What then? Isn't that like missing a limb if all of your friends and a cast are a body and then one of you is betrayed?
Listen, as someone who's been in the theater business for many, many years, there's one thing I know about performers, and they would never betray anyone. They are loyal. They are loyal through and through. Even when you might not get along, even when you might have said some things that you didn't mean, or that you did mean, at the end of the day, they got each other's backs. I got your back. I can't stand you. I can't stand you within an inch of your life.
Oh,
but
I know.
I got your back.
Thank you. That means a lot, especially coming from someone I know can't stand me. But I have to tell you something about someone that you care about. Someone who you might be related to. I think you kind of adopted her. I can't remember.
Oh.
Pluty.
Pluty? Yeah.
Scamzingus
What's...
is not who Pluty pretends to be. Pluty is a plant. Pluty is a plant that was put here to ruin theater for the moving pictures. That's what's happening. By the lady, the sparkly lady, Katie Cupcakes, something like that.
Oh, don't. Please tell me. Please tell me that it's not Kitty LaRue.
Oh, that's the one. That's the one. That's exactly it. Katie Cupcakes. Kitty LaRue. Whatever. It's happening.
Flutie was sent here.
And I hate telling you this, and I know you don't trust me. I don't trust me either. I really don't. But this time, I'm telling the truth.
Jack?
In fact, let me say it with a magic trick. Look at this die. Look at this die. If you don't trust me, there's gonna be no dice. Oh, that's a bunch of dice. I'm not very good at magic. You get my point.
Jack, I need you to get Plutie. I need you to bring Plutie here into my office.
All right, well
and
then
I'm gonna have to have a conversation.
I will act like nothing is wrong. And I will do the first time in my entire life a performance that isn't terrible.
What a dream that is. Geraldine Farrar rushes in the stage door. She is on stage in moments and runs into the character Annette, who catches everyone who falls from a high wire, as played by Stephanie Wolfe. That's what I just said. Surprise, Stephanie Wolfe. You're playing Annette. I hope you have something to put on your head that will make you look different. Oh, good, she does.
Oh, Annette, thank God.
What's the matter?
I am running so late. I haven't warmed up my voice. I haven't put on my makeup. I haven't had a chance to find somebody to do my hair. I really need some support, and you are just the person to do it. I know you're not normally a support person. You're more of a catching person, but could you just do me a favor this one time?
Yeah. Sure. Oh, no, I'm really good at tying knots and stuff, so I could totally translate my skills to your hair. And I'm also good at oiling the thing, so that's like putting on makeup. I'm your girl.
Oh, I trust you implicitly, and I know you're going to do a beautiful job. Annette, I'm just going to sit right here. Oh, in my chair. My God, this feels like
head massage. Can you feel that little head massage?
Oh yeah. Oh, that's so good. Oh God, I'm so relaxed. I'm so. Oh, I love a head massage that just feels like murder.
Okay, so here comes your foundation.
Oh.
I'm gonna just put a little bit of powder on you now.
Okay. All right.
And now, I think you look like $1 million, or 10 bucks at least.
Well, Annette, $10 might be generous. I look, well, that's, you know what? I've never looked like that before. I think you've tried your best.
Right.
And it's, well, I am an unusual, I'm an unusual color. I am.
Why don't you just jump into my arms and I'll bring you right to the wings.
Okay. Well, you didn't give me much choice there, did you? Okay. Well, on stage I go with my hair in knots and my face painted green. This is gonna be something.
No, they'll never forget you. They'll never forget you.
Annette, just don't throw me. Please don't throw me. Please don't throw me.
Who catches you if Annette throws you? This scene brought to you by head massage that feels like murder. Rip Van Winkle is furious about the way his song went because Donald Morgan Paul was so drunk. Bobby Smarts tries to keep Rip Van Winkle from storming out of the theater.
That's it. Let me out. What's all these clothing, all these sets in the way? Get out of my way, Bobby. Get out of my way. I'm leaving. My song went horrible.
No, it was fine. It was sort of like you were improvising.
I was improvising. I couldn't remember a word because it wasn't the same song. It was stupid. It was a stupid song. I'm a stupid performer.
No, you're not a stupid performer. You might be a stupid man, but you are not a stupid performer. I love that.
That only makes me feel just slightly better.
Yeah. Riff, I mean, we haven't talked yet.
No, we haven't talked for quite a while, and I gotta tell you, I'm I'm worried and I'm lonely, and I thought we had something. I really thought we had something, Bobby. I feel like it's all slipping away. I feel like you had maybe one day's commitment, and then maybe I was asking too much of you. That song that I sang out there was going to be for you, and well, if that's the kind of song I sing for you, I guess maybe I don't have much commitment either. I've got a screw loose. So does that piano player.
Yes, he does. But I think the thing that connects us all together is that we've all got a few screws loose. And maybe,
That's fair.
Maybe today I'm with you and maybe tomorrow I'm not. So maybe we just take this one day at a time.
Is that the way it's going to be? Is it just I have you when I have you, and then you got to go? That's a real swinging kind of relationship. But
Yeah.
I guess if that's what we got to do, then that's what we got to do. Between me and you, the ties aren't so tight, the more loose, and that gives it its might. Between me and you, that's what we gotta do. Oh, Bobby, I guess I get just a piece of you.
If that's what we've got to do, then I get a piece of you too. If that's what we've got to do.
If that's what we've gotta do,
Then I'll get a piece of you too.
the sun will shine brighter now that I know that I'll have something of you. It could be just a minute, it could be a whole evening, whatever it is, I'm glad I got that piece of you. Da, 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 da. Just a piece of you. That's a nice one.
The best thing about the way Riff Van Winkle kisses is he says afterwards, like he's just had a cool drink. Lou Tellegen heard the story of Donald Morgan Paul ruining the opening number and goes to scold him and get him back on track. Donald Morgan Paul only speaks through musical phrases, so it's a bit of a mismatched conversation. Scolding on one side, musical phrases on the other. Yes, that's how this is going to go.
Donald, do you mind if I come in? Thank you. Do you mind if I sit here? Very generous of you. Donald, I'm afraid I am not here on a social visit. I have something... Yes, I know. There is no need to get upset. I'm afraid... Donald, your drinking has become a problem. Well, I think you're illustrating my point right there. Now, no one is accusing you of anything. There is no need for accusations because we have plenty of witnesses. Calm down, my friend. What? No. Let's not talk at the same time. Donald, I saw the act you did with Rafe earlier. Do you think that that was up to the Fergusons' professional standards? Well, when you put it that way, I suppose you're right. Still, this benefit is very important indeed. Now, I enjoy a sip of hooch as much as the next man, even in these times of prohibition. But you must understand that this is for the celebration after the performance, eh? I'm so sorry, I had no idea. When did you find out? Oh. Donald, that is the saddest thing I have ever heard. Can I get you a drink? Yes, here you are. Here.
And so they talk and drink into the night and kind of forget about the fundraiser. Remember when Keaton wanted to talk to Pluty about this new rumor that came fairly accurately from Jackpot's Pluty Scampzingus, still under hypnosis, tries to talk to Keaton Abbott about what's happening.
Yeah. So, that's pretty much all you gotta do. Once you get the lather, all you're gonna have to do is just take that razor. You're just gonna have to get it all off. Yeah, that's it. Just like that. That's wonderful. And I want you to really meditate. I really want you to meditate and think. Shaving is a great time to plan out your day, to organize your thoughts. And if you have anything to say at all, I would really, really like you to say it. And I would love to hear what you have to say.
Like a responsible adult, I do not take a piece of myself. I make it smooth. That's what makes it fun. Theater's supposed to be smooth. Film, that's rough.
Yeah. The film industry is rough. They've been
It's
trying to
tough.
get into it.
It's tough in the movies. It's rougher than a dog. It scratches like a kitty. It
Like a what?
scratches like a kitty. Pluty,
Oh.
Pluty, you gotta go. Pluty, you gotta go to New York. Go to New York and grow up. And bring Keaton. And bring Keaton back to me in Los Angeles. You stop that Ferguson Theater. You man up and you stop. Stop the Ferguson.
Pluty.
Kitty. I love Keaton. I love Keaton Abbott. I want him as my dad. That's enough, Pluty.
Pluty. Pluty, wake up. Pluty, what are you saying? Pluty.
Oh no, did Jack Potts do the pie trick and I missed it?
Yeah. Yeah, you missed it. Pluty, I need you to be straight with me.
Yes,
Did
Keaton?
Did Kitty send you here? Pluty?
I'm so sorry, Keaton. I bought all the tickets to the fundraiser, and I The theater is closing.
Rudy, I want you to get out of here. I never want to see your face again. And
No!
if you come back here, you are gonna wish you hadn't. I will make your life horrible, more horrible than you could ever imagine. Get out of here, Pluty. Get out of here. Go!
Are we going to end on that down note? No! Juniper Jones and Daisy Darling noticed, and it was weird no one noticed this up to now, but there's no one in the audience. So they strung their high wire out on the street from the Ferguson Theater to Jack Soft Bottom's ice cream shop. They are now walking on the high wire, high above the street, drawing a crowd. Can they save the Ferguson? Man, I hope so.
Okay, I think we have one shot at this and one shot only.
You got it, sister. Okay, I'll start from here. I'll meet you in the middle, and then we'll do our triple sow cow.
Here we go.
Hey, everybody down there, can you hear us? Hey, everybody, we're saving the Ferguson.
Dad, there's somebody on a high wire.
Hey, down there. Hey, why don't you just hook us up some money and see if we can catch you?
Okay, I got lots of money. Here you go. Ugh.
I'll throw it to you.
My gosh, is that Juniper Jones and Daisy Darling? I got coins for that.
All right. Woo.
Got nickels and dimes and quarters and stuff.
It's working, ladies. We're making a lot of money. People are throwing money at us.
Hooray, it's raining.
This is incredible.
Oh, that's easy.
Let's do the big finish, the spin. Grab my hand.
I got you. Here we go.
Hey, this one will save the Ferguson. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
It's amazing. It's look out.
Excuse me, sir, you in the boater hat. Are you with these ladies? Do you have a permit?
I'm a representative, and this is a fundraiser.
Do you have a permit to perform out of doors?
No.
I'm afraid you're gonna have to come with me.
Oh! 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 Oh!
Juniper, run!
And that'll do it. One character is arrested. 2 are stranded on the high wire. 1 feels betrayed and 1 has been sent away. What the heck is going to happen? This is probably going to rejoin the story of our main season. If you want to see continuing episodes of DieNasty, and by the way, we'll be wrapping up the werewolf plot pretty soon. For those of you who are interested in that, you can go to YouTube or DieNastyImprov.com. Ladies and gentlemen, the cast of DieNasty. We would like to thank the National Arts Center, much better than the local Arts Center. We would also like to thank our producer, Nicole Thibault, our scribe, Jim Say, our official photographer, Jana Hove. In the booth making amazing dog effects, among other things, is Brad 3 Arms Fisher. And our musical director, the man who played Donald Morgan Paul, is the amazing Paul
Morgan Donald.
Thank you for watching our live stream. Wash those hands, everybody. It's been a little while. 20 seconds under warm water. Bye from DieNasty, and thanks for watching.